Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about why you might not even need mastery capsules when we get into the Stia region in order to maximize your damage. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to get out of the way is the disclaimer, and that is this is my free-to-play account and I have bought all three of those Mastery 4 packages. So if we come over here to the shop, to the SG shop right here, you can see over here that I've actually purchased all of the Ultra Bonus Melee, Range, and Technique. I failed to mention in yesterday's video that these packages will be going away with the coming maintenance, so if you do decide to pick them up, you need to buy them before the coming maintenance. However, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you might not actually need Mastery 4 capsules in order to get the maximum amount of damage. But in order to explain that better, we're going to need to jump into a Google spreadsheet. So over here is the NGS damage calculator. I made an entire video about this before, talking about how you can get 93.5% potency or something. However, in order to do that, you needed the following augments. You need an Addy capsule because that gives you 3% potency. You needed a Boss Soul 4 that also gave you 3% potency. You needed a Gigastat 4 which gave you 3% potency, and then you needed Stat 4 which gave you 3% potency. Then the final piece was a Mastery 4 which only gave you 2.5% potency. So what I'm suggesting over here is you can actually replace the Mastery 4 capsule with the Stia Domina. Stia Domina actually gives you 3% potency, however at the cost of reducing your elemental down resistance. However, for my smart cookies out there, you probably already know that there's the Addy Ward capsules which give you 20% increase of all down resistance. Now all down resistance is just all res, so that applies to every single element. It's very powerful and it's not expensive at all. Now before you all panic and go buy these capsules right now, there is no need to buy them now, because on the 14th there is going to be another support scratch where you can get all of these items from the AC scratch, which means there's going to be a surge in supply and the prices are going to go down. So there's no rush to purchase any of these capsules. But if you do decide to go with the Stia Dominas, then for the Addy capsules, you might want to consider using a Ward capsule over here in order to offset all of the negative stats. However, it doesn't end there. With the new urgent quest coming out in Stia, that boss actually drops a soul which gives you 3% all potency, but at the cost of all down resistance again. So if you're really ambitious and you really want to go all potency, I don't really know why anyone would really go all potency, to be honest. But I mean, who knows, maybe you want to have just one set of armor that all of your classes can use. But something to keep in mind is these Addy Ward capsules, all of these down resistance plus 20%, they are not additive. I thought they were additive. I bought a bunch of these back when it was the original Addy Ward capsules, you know, the level 1 versions. Unfortunately, they are not additive, they are multiplicative, which means if you use 4 of these Addy Ward capsules, so 1 on your weapon and 3 on your armors, you do not get plus 80% all down resistance. It actually rounds down to like 60%-ish, somewhere along that line, because my Ship 2 character actually did that. So do keep that in mind, that the Addy Ward capsules are great for offsetting some of those negative stats. However, they're not going to completely cover all those negatives. They're going to cover 2 capsules at most, so do keep that in mind. So some of you guys may be concerned going like, Kara, why are we so focused on raw potency now instead of the old meta where it was floor potency and raw potency? And the reason for this is because with the current seasonal weapons, and then in December 22nd, we get another set of seasonal weapons. These weapons all have a very unique augment over here called critical hit rate plus 20%. And this is giving you 20% crit rate just right off the bat for free. And this is why a lot of people are just focusing on raw potency, because whenever you crit, you're going to hit the maximum amount of damage. There's no variance there. You don't need floor potency as long as you can guarantee those crits. And this is why a lot of people are tunnel visioning on raw potency only, because that is what's going to get you those big crit numbers compared to a more balanced build where you do floor potency and regular potency. Your crit numbers aren't going to be as big as if you just focused on one stat only. And this is why a lot of people just threw floor potency out the window and were like, listen, we're just going to focus on one stat, just raw potency. I want to see those gigantic crit numbers, 30,000, 50,000. I don't think anyone's hit higher than 50,000. As a braver player myself, I've only hit 40,000, and that's the biggest crit I've ever gotten. With a photon blast with blight round, the boss was broken and all the other debuffs were stacked on top of it. 40,000 was the maximum I've ever hit, but I have seen 50,000 before, but maybe you've seen even higher. So in conclusion, you do not need to pick up those Mastery 4 bundles if you don't want to. As I showed you earlier in the video, my Ship 4 character has purchased all 3 of those bundles simply because I am not going to be going full min-max on my Ship 4 character. I just want quality of life. I want life for her to be extremely easy, and I'm not going for the tippity top best of the best gear. However, if you don't have the star gems, or you simply don't want to use your star gems to purchase that because you need to save your star gems for material storage or other things that require star gems, it's perfectly fine to skip these star gems and use other alternatives once Stia is released, because there are a ton of new capsules coming in and they're all going to give you 3% potency, and the only thing that can actually outweigh like Stia Domina, for example, is going to be Mastery 5, and Mastery 5 is going to be awfully expensive compared to Stia Domina. Stia Domina is going to be a relatively common drop. It's going to be relatively easy to get those capsules, and you just pop them on and you're good to go. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the res.